Just to make it everything, all the ducks in a row. Yeah, Canada's good for ducks. Well, hi everybody. Welcome to Phoenix. We get together every week. This is the Thursday edition. It's the South End technically, but we get together every Thursday with this group and other ones, and our whole purpose is to try to be able to connect to each other and find out who we might know that other people might know that is looking for various services. Whether you're fixing your car, selling your house, trying to improve your business, trying to get healthy with different products, needing a mortgage, whatever it is you need, we know people. And so we're like a walking Rolodex. And those of you that are too old to know what that is, then we can chat. But let's give a different idea here of how we are doing as a group. Well, this is our website. It's at pbex.ca. Yeah, let me get rid of that. There we go. This is our website, pbex.ca, or you can also push in phoenixbusinessexchange.com. Both of them will lead to this website, basically, and the member of the week that we have is, again, our own Kelly Harrigan. She's our realtor for this group and the Monday group for now. And we just, if you want to know more about her, there's a little video that talks a little bit about her and her electronic business card. Every Phoenix member gets one, and this highlights everything that Kelly does, all her social media, everything. Okay, we have 4 groups basically that we work with. Our Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday group, which is this one, and all those red buttons connect to our Zoom. It's embedded, so you don't have to remember. You can come in. If you have a business, if you have any services or products that you're trying to sell, come in and give us a shout. Just find out what network marketing can do. This is the online edition. And we do have various times that we meet in person, which I think is the best way to do anything. But this is certainly a very close second. On July the 28th, which is the last Tuesday. Okay, what happened there? There we go. On the last Tuesday of every month, we get together. And it's a mastermind group. It's at 7 p.m. And this group itself we call it our after hours group. There are times where people can't get together every morning, which we are doing right now. And it makes it difficult for some because they're taking kids to school, dropping them off at daycare, and so on. And but this one makes it so that you can still do some connections in the evening. From 7 to 8 o'clock, Penny Lee Prevost heads that up, and we talk about our goals, and we do it every month. So we have a yearly goal that you say at the beginning, and then as we progress every month, we talk about that and see how close we are. And so far, everyone that has come in has attained all their goals. And so it's been a wonderful way to be able to adjust through the year, rather than looking at your goals in October or November, figuring, oh, I got a long way to go. It's best to do it monthly. That way we can adjust. It's just like boating. If you're a little bit off course, it's hard to do that at the last minute. But we can make those minor adjustments as we go. Make sure we're getting to where we want to get to. Various upcoming events. So our members are behind here, and it has most of our members just different dates that we can connect with. There's my meditation class every Friday. That's on the Friday. We have a potluck coming up, and that was last week. But we have one for Penny Lee, so we're going to update this list again. So that's a good reminder. So that was a good way to do that. Canada Growth Network. They meet every Mondays at 1, a great educational hub where you could meet people and you could learn from the best. The Canada Growth is part of the Go High Level. A lot of them are with Go High Level, but it's a great way to be able to have those tools you need to be able to look at your business in a different way, in a new way. East Trade Winds, they meet every Tuesday, 8 o'clock, and Eastern Standard Time, and Bernie Franzgrote heads that up. We the an at Hive, we're gonna make an create another meeting for that next month, so we'll give you more information on that. And our QR directory, as soon as you're on your phone, and we did this specifically people that are on phones, because if you're in a supermarket and somebody says, I need a certain service, and hey, we have a member that does that stuff, whether it's podcasting or whether it's social media, accounting, mortgages, high tech, whatever, everybody's here. And this way you can, on your phone, take the QR, make it larger with the diagonal swipe, and you could share that with somebody else. And the wonderful thing is that everybody has your contact information too. So this way we can share a lot faster, and it's very efficient. So there's our QR code. If you want to know more about Phoenix, it talks about that there. And I would strongly suggest that, great if you can apply, but come in and feel the energy of the group. It's always good to really know what kind of group this is, because when the meeting ends, people get that energy of the group of growth. That's really what we're all about. Over the last 10 years, so we're celebrating our 10th year, 2016. We started this in January, so about 10 and a half years so far. We've exchanged over $5 million worth of business, and that's amazing for an Ottawa-based group doing this. We've got over 33,000. I know there's about $1,800 I have to add to that, and 137 referrals so far this year. So that's the power of what this marketing can do. Over 8,000 referrals so far since we've been around. Okay, the charities that we normally do, we normally take all of our dues and we put it back into the community in the form of charities. And this year we're sponsoring the Canada Food Cupboard. It's a food bank that is in our local area. And over the last 10 years, we've raised over 54,000. Well, it's more like we paid out 54,000 in terms of the different things that we've done through charity. So it's a wonderful way to be able to run a group. That way, a person that's part of the group doesn't even have to do it. Just the association itself is that you're giving back. So that's kind of like what we like to do. Okay. So let's get out of there. Okay, so that's a little bit of a report card of how Phoenix is doing. We're actually doing very well. We are going to be organizing another social event, which we haven't talked about yet, but I'm getting pushed to be able to set something up, and we've got some pretty cool ideas. So, it's all about bringing more members in and about more people to see the services that we can do. All right. So we have a word of wisdom. Kelly, you have something that you can share with us?
Words of wisdom. I thought it was called an education moment. We'll
Okay.
see. Let's see how wise it feels to the listeners. So one thing that I've been really pondering on and has come forward in my life a fair amount is the word resilience. Now, resilience does not mean how much you can grin and bear it and endure. In our business structure, resilience is going to be called upon many times. We might lose a client or have a transaction that we thought was starting, whatever it be installing cameras in your car, or a mortgage, a client that you really thought you were leading them along the pathway, and it just somehow doesn't manifest. Or on the financing side, for example, Jackie's mortgage business, the financing doesn't come through the way that it seemed it ought to, or something unexpected can come our way. And so resilience isn't about toughing it out. It's about, for me, what I've been practicing and learning through some of my real estate mentors is focusing on what you can control. So we can't control the economy. Now, we are all intricately tied to the economy, market conditions, other competitors, other people's decisions, and unexpected setbacks. For example, surprise announcements on tariffs, depending on if that's a thing that would alter your business. So we can't control these things. What can we control? Resilience lives in where we can enact change. We can put energy into a system, into an attitude, into relationships, into structures that will help us weather those ups and downs and unexpected bits of bad luck, however you want to frame it. Those events, if we have these structures built in place, we have built resilience for ourselves. So our preparation, our attitude, our professionalism, our open-mindedness, our willingness to learn. If if we have a client who's unhappy with what we're producing, whatever our industry, and they have some harsh feedback, let's open our mind and be willing to learn and hear what they have to say rather than automatic defensiveness, because we can't control their approach, but we can control our willingness to learn. We can control how we treat others. We can control how we show up. So, yeah, some things I've discovered are better processes, um, doing a little bit of an honest audit. And I do believe that our lovely Bernie could assist some people with this, with your own self audit when it comes to your business and goal setting. I'm probably not the right person for that. I'm the right person if you want to buy or sell a house. But self-auditing your own business, self-auditing your gaps, noticing where you've got some skills that can grow and develop. That's the sort of the foundation of establishing really good resilience, because resilience is intrinsically tied to recovery time as well. So if you've put time and energy into these softer skill sets and the hard processes, your database, your social media schedule, as Kat is amazing at. If you've put time and energy into some processes that are supportive of your business, when you hit a setback, you've already established a basis for recovery, and you are by default more resilient. So you can build resilience on yourself, on your person, on your own emotional, mental, and physical health, but you can also build resilience through your business. So feel free to reach out to any one of our Phoenix, our PBX network for guidance on how to business self-audit and take control of what you can. So my little inspiration for today is maybe just for a moment, find one positive thought, one attribute of your business or your life that you're really grateful for, lock in some gratitude, and you're already on your way to building more resilience for yourself.
Thank you very much, Kelly. Yeah, great wisdom. That was good wisdom. That's good. Well, let's get into our introductions. By the way, for you folks on Facebook Live and LinkedIn Live and YouTube, we will be getting a presentation from Susan Ebbs. She's our health expert. If you want a healthy home, different chemicals that are going through your house, so stay tuned for that. So let's start with Q. Q, what do you do? How do you
Thank you,
change lives?
Tony. Good morning, everyone. My name is Q, and I help individual and family with insurance, investment, and financial planning. And this week, I want you to think about someone you know who might be saying things like, I have insurance, but I'm not really sure what I have. I have a TFSA or RSP, but I don't know if I'm using it properly. Or I'm making money and saving, but I'm not sure if I'm actually on track for retirement. Those are exactly the people I love to meet. I sit down with my clients, look at what they currently have, understanding their goals, and help identify any gaps or opportunity to improve their financial plan. And you don't have to wait until there's a problem to review your finances. Sometimes a simple review can give you clarity and help you make better decisions going forward. So if you know someone who hasn't reviewed their insurance or investment in a while, please connect us. Or if that person is you, let's book a time to sit down and do a financial review together. Q from World Financial Group. I'm helping family protect what they built and grow what they are building. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Q. That's great. Any BAMs this week?
Just ongoing business with Kat. I'm talking with her,
Okay.
and that's about it.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. And over to Kelly. Yay!
Okay, quickly unmuting myself again. Hello, everyone. Thank you for the handoff. Q, I cannot wait to connect with you. I have some referrals for you, and I might actually be contacting you regarding my own needs. So thank you. So hello everyone once again. I'm still Kelly Harrigan. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Realty. I serve the Ottawa as well as the whole National Capital Region and the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area. So I have active client bases in both locations. So yeah, I help buyers, sellers, landlords, and tenants navigate one of the biggest financial decisions they'll ever face, which um, isn't something you want to do alone. What sets me apart is that I don't just open doors. I educate, I advocate, and I problem solve together collaboratively with my clients. If it's preparing a first-time home buyer or negotiating a complex transaction or helping a tenant present the strongest possible application in a very competitive market, I know the terrain and I know how to help them make the best choices for themselves. After a lengthy career in luxury customer service, I bring that same commitment, the same discernment, and same even keel to my organization. And the goal is really simple, just to make every transaction as smooth and informed, as successful as possible. I'm always delighted to connect. So I will drop my contact info in the chat. You can call me at 613-416-3743 or 416-274-2532. For BAMs, I had a BAM with Mr. Tony Jennings, where I also got to see the lovely Jacqueline Richards, although it wasn't actually a true BAM. It was like a contact point, and I'll take it. And then ongoing business with Catherine as well, Purple Panda Marketing, Sublime. And that's it for me.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kelly. Awesome. And we have Sandy Benoit on the line. Sandy is our pet whisperer. So, Sandy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sandy from Canine Touch and Tell. The reason why my business is called Touch and Tell is because I'm blind and everything I touch tells a story. Therefore, I can create a deeper bond with pet owners and their pets through massage, energy work, nutrition, and core strengthening. I've been doing this for over 30 years to teach people how to create that deeper bond with tips and exercises that I can give them, and which will create that fun. And so it's been an exciting career. And so I'm Sandy from Canine Touch and Tell, 613-762-8869. Thank you.
And BAMs and so on.
Oh,
I think
yes. I had two. One was Sue. I went out to her workshop last night, and with Cat, the other cat.
Oh, the cat with the K.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And by the way, Cat, Sandy's very modest. If there's various things happening with your pet, she can diagnose it pretty quickly, or be able to find out what's wrong with the dog or the cat, just by the way she touches it and so on. So she's done an amazing job with my dog. So, but she's very modest. She's actually quite good, And I know a lot about energy. So that's I just wanted to mention that. Okay, thanks a lot, Sandy. That's awesome.
Thank you, Tony.
And over to Sam.
Thank you, Tony. Good morning, everyone. I hope your Thursday is going as well as mine is. Beautiful day here in Port Stanley. The lake, I'm looking out at the lake right now, and it's almost like a mirror. It's so calm out there. 35 miles across is Sandusky, Ohio, for those who know anything about the geography of the United States. But it's beautiful here in Port Stanley, Ontario. There's my contact information in the chat, samstursconnectedcars.ca. My specialty is dash cameras in cars, but also do minor repairs, oil changes, brake jobs, things like that. And these days I do a lot of car cleaning. And speaking of car cleaning, I did actually a car just before I left, and that was a referral from Wendy Chung, one of our members. And the gentleman, believe it or not, had over 400,000 kilometers on this vehicle. Still loves it, still likes the car. That's a long distance. That's a long way. I don't think I've ever driven a car that far. But anyway, did a cleanup on that car for him. Besides that, BAMS wise, I did brake work for Eric Sonego and Susan Ebbs just before I left. I think it was last Thursday. I did an oil change for her car just before I left. And that's it for me. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. Today's mobile electronics without the cost of a new vehicle, and lots more.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Sam. I think 400 kilometers is about the distance between the Earth to the moon and back. so, so you can actually say I went to the moon and back with that. So that's a lot of miles for sure. Yeah, thanks a lot, Sam. And Jacqueline, you're up next.
Oh, good morning, everyone. I took a long, deep breath. I got to tell you, a long, deep breath. I lifted my shoulders, I took them back, I released them down, and I realized there's a change in temperature. Isn't that the way it often gets when you're thinking about things you're not sure you want to recognize? Thank you, Kelly, for talking about the attitudes that we could have and should consider when we're looking at that words of making those big ticket decisions. Thank you, Sam, for letting me know that sometimes life is a little foggy. And I know you help people with their headlights. It gets foggy when you can't see straight or you can't see clearly. And that's what we do here at Phoenix. We help people see clearly. I know for me, when I open the door, it is opening the door for mortgages. It opens the door for lines of credit. It opens the door for people thinking, how can I make my debt work for me? And I'd rather say it like that, believe it like that, because debt can work for you. When you're looking for strategies for your mortgage money, you always want to contact your mortgage honey. And thank you, Tony, for yesterday. The sound healing exploration was extraordinary, as usual. And thank you, Bernie. On Tuesday was fantastic. You have such great speakers, but and so many people who want to have that conversation about opening unopened doors. And that's what I very much appreciate, having conversations with all of you. Cheers. Have a groovy day.
Thanks, Jacqueline. And I wanted to mention that we do have a golf tournament coming. We can still sign up for that, eh, Bernie? The golfers, if they still want to play, we're still good for that for the August 14th.
It's in the chat. It was part of the stream of information. Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
still
Yeah, I
good
saw
to go.
that.
175 and August 14th. It's a Friday at Greensmere Golf and Country Club. It's near the East End, Southeast End, just past the airport. So that's where you can go. And yeah, 18 holes. And if you're coming from Canada, in the Canada area, and you need they can bus you there. And if you don't need to, because you're in the East End, there you go. Just show up, and then you can come in. The meal's going to be held at the St. Louis Bar and Grill on Innovation Drive in Canada.
Yeah, it is a great deal because last year we had it at $111 for 9 holes. This is $175 for 18, and we're getting fed. So the value is really there. So it's awesome. So thanks a lot, Bernie, for that. And for Kat, over to you.
Hi everyone. So I talk to a lot of people, so I don't have any official BAMs, but I do want to give a shout out to Sam because he's, I don't know how many thousand miles away from me, but he's been giving me some car advice. So thank you for that, Sam. In terms of what do I do? So the biggest thing that I've come up with this week is personally, I talk a lot. And there are a lot of other people that also talk a lot. and there are people that don't talk as much as they should. Why am I whittering on about this? Because how many times do you have a conversation with the client and you have the perfect tidbit that comes out that would be amazing for everybody else to know in your business? So how many times do you repeat the same piece of advice, say the same thing? How many times is somebody thinking of a question that you've already answered millions of times and they've gone, I don't know how to ask that person that question? So what I'm advocating this week is not that you listen to yourself. God, if I had to listen to myself, oh my God, that just would not work. Literally, I talk too much. It just does not work. So utilize tools. Like while you've all been talking this morning, I've been looking at the AI thing that Zoom's got and watching all the chat. And I'm going, great, I can use that tip. So Kelly said this, Tony said this, Sam said this. How much of that can I put out on Phoenix or on their own social media profile? So use those kind of tools. If you've got Fathom, if you've got Claude, if whatever it is you've got, use it. There's so many free tools where you can look at all the hints, tips, guidance, conversations you're having and find content that you can repurpose for free. Don't make social media and website content hard. Use what you've already got. Don't think about it, just do it. And like I said, I talk too much, so I'm going to shut up now.
Kat, no, you do not talk too much, Kat, just so you know.
Yeah. It got me thinking. I'm thinking to myself, what would it be like if I had to listen to myself? It sort of stumped me. Oh my God. I hope it would be positive. I hope it would be something worth listening to, but that's awesome. Yeah, thank you for that. Okay. Yeah, no, Kat is amazing. She just has so much to you can learn from. There's so many things, aspects of what Kat does that is just amazing. I always bounce ideas. Even I've been in business for over 50 years, and I still bounce ideas by her because she sees it in a different way in terms of what people see rather than what you're trying to launch. Big difference. Okay, who else is? Oh, Bernie. Yeah, Bernie, bud.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, good, good.
So if you've seen the chatter that's going on in the background, you see different things popping up. For example, Canva, or did I post the one for Canva? Right. So there's that's from East Trade Winds. That's Thea Newcomb. She's from the States, and she migrated to Scotland, and she does Canva. Does the free courses. You have Masanga, who's was a guest speaker of late 2 weeks ago. He's got something he's going on in the States. You can either go there in Michigan, or you can get an online version of it. And it's a 2-day event, $50 US, and they're different pearls in different areas. Some might find handy, some maybe not so much so. But that's the power of the connection. So and power of actually being in a network space. And so that's what I do. I provide those cross connections. There's a Profit 10 framework, and that's about just doing a 5-minute yes no thing for you to do. And it just helps you show you, are you really free from your business? And I say free as in, can you walk away for 30 days? Right. And it covers about 3 different categories. There's 10 overall, but that's a deeper conversation, and I'm not going to roll through that. You'll also notice that Eric was presenting, and so the presentation was good enough for me to actually draw it out. He was presenting at Phoenix, and draw it out and then push it out as a podcast because it has an extremely universal appeal. And that's the chat you would have seen rolling out. And the links for the golf course. So I apologize, but I'm cutting and pasting for LinkedIn. And so anything that's hyperlinked, just cut and paste it and go into LinkedIn. Otherwise, you're going to have to dial up the numbers. There is no magic URL for the golf camp. Just a heads up on that. But it's, you can call in or show up at the St. Louis Bar and Grill, and they'll take your money, and you're off to the races. Over to you,
Thanks a
Tony.
lot, Bernie. Thanks a lot, Bernie. That's awesome. No, that's a great stuff. I'm Tony Jennis from Higher Self. I'm the spirit guy of most groups. I'm a medium clairvoyant, and I love using those skills and talents for bringing insight to businesses, because when a person itself personally is balanced and they know where they're going, their business does a lot better too. And it also makes it easier on people like Kat, because when you don't know where you're going, you have no idea what you want. It's very frustrating for someone to promote you. But if you know exactly where you want to go, how you get there, that's where they could help. You're not looking at the at the what. You're looking at the how. They're looking at the how. So that's not your job usually. Even if you're by yourself, you're always looking at what you need, and it's always most important. I work with people that have PTSD, high stress levels, people that are about to go on to stress leave. I have a couple of companies right now that when their key people are going and there's overwhelming stress and they're about to go on a leave for 6 months, they'll send them to me as a last resort. They'll try everybody else, and it's okay, because by the time they come to me, they have no other option. And usually within about 2 to 3 sessions, they're back to work. And that's, when you're looking at a company where if you lose a key person for 6 months, it could be a lot more than whatever they're going to end up treating this person for. So most times it's just overwhelmment, saturation points where there is no outlet. Like if your bicycle power is at bicycle tire is at 60 pounds where it should be 30, there has to be a valve somewhere where you can release some of that pressure, and I am that valve. So this is where it's all good. So we had a sound bath last night, which was fun, and we have another one next month on August the 26th, I believe, and we'll tell you more about that. But yeah, so that's us. We have my I have is went to Bernie's East Trade Winds thing, and we have Susan McGarry did an order with her. Ongoing business with Eric Senego, Josh, and I did a BAM with Jacqueline, which was wonderful. Way to go, Jacqueline. Every time I meet you, it's just a breath of fresh air. Yeah, and I see your progress, believe it or not. So it's awesome, very cool. And also tons of conversations with people like Kelly and many others, just when I get tapped on the shoulders and things like that. So it's all good. So we're going to now move it over to Susan Ebbs, and she has some words of knowledge for her industry and her business. And so, Susan, take it away.
Thank you very much, Tony. And it's so good to see everyone this morning. I'd like to, first of all, Tony, I sent you an email last night after I froze myself out on the baseball field watching my grandson play baseball. So it was like so cold. So I'd like to bring your attention to a new avenue that we at Melaleuca have taken on. So we are now going to offer the ability to have prime beef, roast beef in your home. We've partnered with Melaleuca Auto America, and they started back in 1991 trying to find top level beef cows. So they purchased this one bull for $7 million. So he's very, very expensive. So what happens with melaleuca.com/Riverbend Ranch? There's about 8 different ranches that are growing these cows. They are free range. Now that means that they're out there in the field doing their thing. They're not stuck in a cattle barn. They haven't had their baby cows in those little white huts all their life. Another good benefit of Riverbend Ranch beef, try saying that 2 times, 3 times. It's a tongue twister. Their calves are not in those houses all the time. They are with the mothers, nursing off of the mothers, and they're not given any antibiotics or growth hormones. The only time they get antibiotics is if they're sick, and if they happen to fall sick, then they're taken away from the Riverbend process. Now, the difference with our company is that they are vertically integrated. So that means that they start with the initial cow out there in the field enjoying themselves. Then they are slaughtered, then they are processed, and the beef is left to age. Now, that's something I didn't know anything about. They're left to age. You have to age your beef so that it's more tender. And one way to tell if your beef is a good quality is in the marbling, and that's the fat streaking in the beef. And you want minimal fat streaking, but you want it to be what they call marbled. What else can I tell you? This is a new addition to our business, so it's under the umbrella of melaleuca.com, which is the company that I work with. But it can also be a separate business. So if somebody was interested in purchasing the beef, they don't have to be a Melaleuca customer, but it's better if they are. Now, it's again on the same kind of principle. There's a monthly plan where you order from 6 different packages. So you can get steak, you can get what else? The cubes, to make stew with, hamburger meat. And you can choose to place an order once a month or once every other month, which every other month works for myself and my husband. I mean, we don't go through a lot of beef, so that I think is going to be the best plan for us. If you're like my daughter, who's got 3 teenage boys, her friend, and a young child, 7-year-old, and a 2-year-old. Oh, maybe that every month package would be more special for them. There also they have, what else do they have? Let me get beef sticks, beef jerky, and tallow, which is I think something to do with the fat, and you can burn that as a fragrance into your home. And okay, you're going to set up the barbecue, and you want your beef to have some flavor to it. Well, there's about half a dozen flavors that we offer too. So in summary, Melaleuca has partnered with Riverbend Ranch, and we're launching our first order. I should get it next week, so I'm just dying to try. I tried it when I was at convention 2 years ago, and it just melted in your mouth. It was so good. So I love the fact that, again, we're going with quality product, and they're giving it the convenience of the monthly ordering. Let's see. The fact that they're vertically integrated, they do the whole process. So they're not relying on different manufacturers to do this, that, and the other process. And you may or may not get consistency in the product itself. So I think that's about all I have to say about the beef. Were you able to find that link in my email, Bernie? Or Tony, I mean, sorry.
You sent me a link. Just a second.
I sent you an email about midnight last night.
I was looking for it. I didn't get it. Hang on. Where did you send it to? Phoenix?
Info at. We're always sending your emails.
Let's see here. I'm just looking.
About midnight last night.
I did bring up the Riverbend website, if that's kind of what you were looking at. But if there's a video there.
Yeah, okay, let's go with that then.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, because I was sort of feeling you were going to do that. So let's, okay, so here's the Riverbend from Melaleuca part of it. So there's the thing. Is that video okay to play, or?
Yes, that would work.
I think that this is probably something.
Introducing Riverbend Ranch Black Label Beef. You've never tasted beef more tender, juicy, or full of flavor. And it's a great source of natural vitamins, minerals, and protein. Your order is shipped directly from the ranch, assuring both quality and freshness while bypassing a multitude of processors, brokers, distributors, retailers, and middlemen. So if you're used to buying your beef at the grocery store, Riverbend Ranch Black Label Beef is about to change your world. What makes Riverbend Ranch Black Label Beef so special? Well, there are a number of differences. First, Riverbend Ranch Black Label is never, ever, that means it has never been given growth hormones or treated with antibiotics, and that's why it's called Never Ever. It's important to know what's in our food. When it comes to buying beef, many consumers are not aware that more than 90% of all cattle in America are raised with synthetic growth hormones. That's right. Although many countries don't allow growth hormones to be used anywhere in the food supply, growth hormones are still allowed in the United States. And in order to compete, almost all cattlemen are forced to use them. These growth hormones are injected into the cattle's ears at intervals throughout its life. And of course, some of those hormones end up in the meat you eat. In fact, meat that was grown with growth hormones contains significantly more hormones than beef that has been raised naturally. Adding growth hormones causes cattle to grow faster and reduces feed costs. Most U.S. producers would find it difficult to compete without the use of growth hormones, but Riverbend Ranch never uses growth hormones. It costs more to raise cattle naturally, but our health-conscious customers demand it. Then there's antibiotics. Almost all U.S. feedlots find it more profitable to feed cattle a steady ration containing antibiotics in order to keep cattle healthy. It also costs more to raise healthy cattle without the use of antibiotics. Therefore, adding antibiotics to daily feed rations is simply the norm. But Riverbend Ranch endures the extra expense of never feeding cattle antibiotics. In fact, Riverbend Ranch guarantees that its Black Label beef has never been given growth hormones or antibiotics. That is a huge difference from the meat you buy at the grocery store. What else makes Riverbend Ranch Black Label beef so superior? Next would be the quality of the meat. By quality, we mean flavor, juiciness, and tenderness. And what gives Riverbend Ranch a huge advantage in quality? It's the Riverbend Ranch genetics. Riverbend Ranch raises only the world's very finest Black Angus cattle. It's important to know that all Black Angus are not created equal. For the last 30 years, Riverbend Ranch has been refining its herd, scouring the nation to identify only the highest quality Angus cattle for its breeding program. And the result is phenomenal. It's no wonder that Riverbend cattle yield the very highest percentages of USDA prime and high choice beef, grades that indicate the most marbling for succulent flavor and melt in your mouth tenderness. In fact, every single cut of Riverbend Ranch Black Label is guaranteed to be either USDA prime or high choice beef. Beef of this quality is not normally sold in grocery stores. Beef graded prime can usually be found only in the most expensive steakhouses in the nation, demanding up to $75 to $85 per pound. Why is beef of this quality so expensive? Because it's extremely hard to produce. Only a small percentage of all beef produced in America will qualify to be graded prime or high choice. Its flavor is exquisite, and its tenderness is beyond belief. And the good news is, our customers can get it at a surprisingly good price. Next, every cut has been aged to perfection with a 21-day process that adds succulence and flavor to every bite. You won't get that in a grocery store because grocery stores simply don't have the capability to age beef. And Riverbend Ranch is not just a brand of beef. Riverbend Ranch is a fully vertically integrated cattle operation. Vertical integration means the ranch controls the entire supply chain, even the genetics of the herd. There's nothing like Riverbend Ranch anywhere in the world. It's been 30 years in the making. Every step of the supply chain is managed to assure optimum health, quality, and humane animal treatment. Nothing is left to unrelated third parties. Riverbend Ranch manages the entire process, including cows, bulls, calves, genetics, feed, and even processing. Riverbend Ranch is the only major ranch in America that has its own debt-free, state-of-the-art, waste-free processing facility, which ages beef to perfection and ships all that delicious goodness directly from the ranch to your door. If you care about where your beef comes from and how it was raised, you should know that Riverbend calves are raised by cattlemen who care about cattle, the land, and who use only the most humane practices. Our calves are never raised in crates or confined areas. Our cattle are raised by their own mothers in open meadow pastures with plenty of grass, fresh air, clean water, and sunshine. Our vertical operation allows us to track the progress and health of every single animal every day of its life. In fact, if any animal gets sick, it is treated and removed from the program. That's why Riverbend Ranch Black Label is guaranteed to have been healthy every day of its life. Because we own and control the entire operation, we can offer subscription beef bundles to our members at a surprisingly low price. Because we control every step of the supply chain, we also control quality and price, and your family gets the benefit. So how do you get your Riverbend Ranch Black Label beef? It's easy. If you're already a Melaleuca member, visit melaleuca.com/riverbendranch to subscribe today and receive your exclusive member discount. Not a Melaleuca member? Simply get back to the person who shared this video with you. Then prepare yourself for the most tender, flavorful beef you've ever tasted. Riverbend Ranch Black Label Beef, only available from Melaleuca.
So it's a new process here in Canada. Like I said, we just started receiving our orders this month, and it took a while for Health Canada to authorize the shipment of the beef. It's been in the States for about 4 years now. So exciting new avenue for my business, launching into healthy eating along with getting rid of all of our toxic cleaning products. So anybody have any questions? I'll try to answer them.
Yeah. Susan, how long does it take when you place an order if it's coming that far? And how is it shipped? With meat, I guess there has to be some form of preserving or ice or however they do that.
It's shipped on ice, and we place our order the beginning of the month. It's on the 1st, the money will come out of your account. And what they're planning on doing is within 3 weeks, they will have the order to us, and it will be shipped on ice. So we maintain the freshness of the beef. So
if somebody orders today, it takes 3 weeks to get it?
yeah, because they have to do all that processing and get the cuts ready and that sort of thing. So, but it's again like Melaleuca's normal program. It's a monthly order. You place the order at the beginning of the month, the 1st, and then you should get it the week of the 21st.
Okay.
So, like I say, this is the first month that they've started it. So they did do a trial run back in March, and that went well. So fingers crossed. Next week I'll be eating beef.
Okay. Well, this is barbecue season, so
Sorry,
it would.
it looks like Kat might have a question. I did not mean to interrupt. I just noticed.
Yeah, go ahead, Kat. Yeah.
So, Susan, I don't know you can answer this question. It was just the videos. It kind of put something in my head. So they were talking about if one of the cattle gets sick, they treat the cattle and they remove it.
They treat the cattle with what, sorry?
That they treat the cattle and they remove it from the program?
Yes.
So my question is, it was talking about trying to keep like calves and stuff with their mother and stuff. So if it's a calf that gets sick, do they just remove the calf, or does the mother go as well? Because I'm just kind of going, that doesn't sound very nice, like removing a child from its mother just because it's
they
got
probably
sick.
it removes the cow also.
Okay.
Because they need to keep the whole process clean of any kind of diseases or what have you. So they wouldn't leave the mother without the calf. They take the two of them.
Okay, that's reassuring.
And depending on
yeah. Pardon me, Bernie. Or why do I keep doing that, Tony?
Well, greatness. We think about Bernie.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and you're on top of each other in the screen too. Oops, daisy.
Oh, look at the time.
Yeah, look, I think I need to go
Yeah.
now.
So the program, Kat brings up an interesting point that if depending on what you're treating, if it's something that is spreadable, like whatever fungus or whatever, once it's back to health, is it then reintroduced into the herd?
No, it would not be, from my understanding.
Oh, okay.
It's taken out of the program totally.
Oh, okay.
It'll be because they'll be treating it with chemicals, Tony. So if they're going to treat it with antibiotics,
Yeah.
it then goes against the program of having no antibiotics in the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's sold to another rancher, or it's somebody who'd get that. Okay. All right. Okay.
And
Any other?
I gave you my BAMs yesterday.
Yes, I got that, Susan. Okay, well, so if you want to talk more about that new program from Riverbend with Susan, she'd be happy, I think, to have a BAM with you to tell you more about it. And we are looking for a meat person, meat, fish, whatever, chicken person. So this will be a good another part of a way to get some good meat. So thank you very much, Susan, for that. So it was good that we found that video, so it gave us a little more of an understanding. And so yes, Andy, no other questions? Just I
No,
didn't
I'm
want to
fine.
forget you.
No,
No, all good.
nope, all good.
Okay, Bernie. It's we're just at the top of the hour, and if you have your quote.
I do, oddly enough. Your future depends on how you handle destiny. Courtesy of Confucius.
Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody. And those that are on Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube, thank you so much for being with us today. And if you want to learn more about Phoenix, come into one of our meetings. We'd be happy to show you around. Okay, until then, see you next week and stay safe. All right.